Hi, guys. Welcome to Weekly Travel Updates. I'm Melinda Fargis, and I'm your host. And this week we have lots and lots of news, but this week we celebrated 36 years of action travel. So I just wanted to tell you who I am. I'm Melinda Crisco Fargis. My family was from here, from Burlington, North Carolina, both mom and dad. I have spent a little more than 40 years in the travel industry because I got into travel when I was in college, and it was wonderful. It was a great way to see the world back then. I am a specialist for Alaska, for Israel, for the Mediterranean, and for several river cruise companies. I love designing and hosting trips, and our next big trip is Alaska in 2027. I'm passionate about people, places, and purposeful travel. No longer do people really go anywhere and just chill, just do nothing. They don't do that anymore. They are going for the experience, for what they can see. And this week, we celebrated 36 years. Thank you so much. At Action Travel, we deliver the world to you. That's who we are. Well, let's talk about what has gone on this week. I don't want you to miss a very cool opportunity. We are going to have Juniper and Venus side by side for the next few nights. And each night they're going to get closer 4 nights in a row. It's going to be visible after sunset. You don't even need a telescope. Look to the west. It's going to be super cool. It's a big month, and I won't spoil the rest of the month, but like the 15th, we have another big event. The 18th, we have another big event. The 28th of June, we have summer solstice. So lots going on in June. Well, June has really rocked our world. We have had some mega quakes. And I had already put the slide together today before the latest earthquake just off of the coast of Cuba, northwest of Cuba, about 100 miles. And it was felt all the way into the Gulf of America. I heard 3 news broadcasters say the Gulf of America today. Okay, anyway, what was the biggest was the Philippines that hit just yesterday. 19 people recovered, dead. Lots more. They're just searching now. But look at this list. The Philippines. Now, this is just in the first week of June. In the Philippines was the largest of the year so far, 7.8. In Tonga, 7.5. Just off the coast of Oregon, we talked about this last week. There were 2 large quakes off of the coast of California. Well, Oregon got a 5.7. And the East Pacific Rim, this is beyond the Philippines, 5.6. Hawaii was hit with one almost 5 points. And Northern California did have a 3.7 this week. And it's happening frequently that Alaska sees 3.5s to 3.8s frequently, really frequently. So today, if you haven't seen the news yet, this afternoon, 2:30, the 6.1 was increased to a 6.4. 23 miles deep, 110 miles west-northwest of the tip of Cuba. No tsunami alerts were presented, so that is all very good news for us. I just think this is a big shakeup. So tell me what your thoughts are. I'm fearful of more occurring. And the Ring of Fire, 3 major ones were in the Ring of Fire this week. 5 were in the Ring of Fire if you throw in Hawaii in there. Let's go to the next story. Europe's over tourism. Protests are going on in lots and lots of places, guys. Barcelona, Mallorca, Lisbon, Venice, and Naples. I have a couple who just got back from Venice, and there is a tourist tax to go into the heart of Venice. Like, they stayed where they could see the Rialto Bridge. It was very romantic. But anyway, that area, if you're not staying within that area, it would cost 10 euros a day to enter there. I mean, that's pretty good, or one way for them to make money, I guess. Barcelona are having protests right at the pier. They are shouting that it's because tourism is growing the way it is, Airbnbs are springing up, and the homes that were affordable for local Europeans are becoming not attainable. The same thing happened to Hawaii. And now I heard, it's not a joke, but it sounded funny. There's a 9th island of Hawaii now, and it's just outside of Las Vegas, where there are more than 3,000 Hawaiians that all moved into one area. There's Hawaiian restaurants. It's just become a thing. I think I'd want to go see it. Anyway, the travel restrictions are not, it's not anything new. And the ETAs for the UK have been pushed back again. But don't stand out like a tourist if you go to Europe. Dressed in muted colors, darker colors. That's the way they dress. Not with great big sunglasses, like the pictures of these people in under number 3. I think that there are a lot of places where tourism has gotten to the point that it's really upset local people. Okay, we're going to jump into the fraud alert. I did a whole speech this morning for a group of local business people at Alamance Community College, and it was all about travel frauds and scams. So I'm going to jump into some of that. But I mean, be on the lookout for fake websites. How many times do you jump online and you know you want to book Southwest Airlines, so you just go to southwest.com. You may misspell one letter, or it may pre-fill in as you type Southwest, and it may not be the real official Southwest site. They're so close that lots of people are getting scammed because you're going to a fake website. Another one are fake rental sites. Copycats who are going in under Airbnbs. I know they're getting a bad rap, but one of the reasons they get a bad rap is they're the least expensive and anybody can put something out there. It's not vetted like VRVOs. Anyway, that's a whole nother story, but just be careful because so many of these places, it looks legitimate, prices look good, and it's not for real. So same thing's going on with cruise scams. I'm going to tell you a story in a second, and we'll go into that. And the cruise scams come because of what we're posting on social media. And then there's always AI-generated fraud, which AI is taking what information you're putting out on social media and compiling enough information that you become an item that can be sold to a data broker. This person just booked a cruise. They're going to Europe. That puts you in a different category. It's really become a scary thing. Well, let's jump into the first story about a Carnival cruise data breach. Well, first, when I read data breach, remember last week I told you 8 million Carnival registered guests who had traveled out of Texas had all of their data breached, some including passports and other personal data. The good news was 800,000 of them are from Texas. So unless you're from Texas, you're safe. And by this time of the week, if you hadn't got an email to say your data had been breached, then you're safe. Okay, now to the story. This family booked a penthouse suite out of Norfolk, Virginia. And it was right at $15,000 for a family of 5. The husband was so excited. He did it for his wife's anniversary. He posted a picture once he booked. And the challenge was that he included the booking number in the page. Somebody who sounds very unrelated to the situation at all. He didn't know the passengers. He wasn't with the travel industry. Just somebody who saw that kind of information called Carnival Cruise Line with the date, the passenger name, and the booking number and canceled the reservation. Now, Carnival didn't notify the couple because assumingly the couple's the one who canceled the reservation. So they get to Norfolk, Virginia, only to be told that the penthouse suite was booked, but not in their name. It had been rebooked after it was canceled some 5 weeks before sailing. Oh my goodness, can you imagine? So these people are from Texas now, and they get here, and Carnival says, we'll give you 2 cabins, 2 staterooms to accommodate your family, and we're very sorry. This lady was having none of that. It hasn't been settled yet. However, she's suing Carnival because they couldn't produce what she purchased. I don't know that the suit may be dropped by now because Carnival traced the IP address of the person who did this to somebody in Virginia. Anyway, it's sad. $15,000 down the drain. That would be really, really, really hard to accept. So when you book something, just don't go put information online. It's really, really detrimental to your future. Okay, some of the top scams, the fake booking sites we said, the vacation rental scams we said, AI-powered phishing and smishing. Here's what happens. You book a Royal Caribbean and you may just put out on TikTok, hey, we're going on Wonder of the Seas in October. And AI grabs that information, gives it to a data collector, and now you're going to be hit with offers from Royal Caribbean, from maybe fake or scam sites. Because here's what's happening. People are getting emails about the cruise that they have booked. They have the ship and maybe the month. It can be fairly vague because if you get an email and you're booked on a Royal Caribbean cruise and the email is in regards to that and they reference you, most people don't question it. One couple had a family of 5 on a sailing and were on the cruise ship on a Royal Caribbean sailing. They were on the cruise ship, got a phone call. They assumed that it was from an employee who was also on the ship who said, hey, you have deck fees that were left unpaid. It's $36 per person. Most of the time, people act like they're in a hurry. The urgency pushes you into making quick decisions. And she gave the caller her card over the phone. Don't ever do that. But anyway, she gave the caller the card. Noticed immediately that $36 times 5 was charged on their card. But the next day, $1,100 was charged. And the following day, it was close to $1,000. These people are on a cruise. Maybe that caller was just making sure they were on the ship, because you don't go into your banking information when you're at sea, or most people don't. It's not safe. But by the time they got home, there were nearly $8,000 in the hole. Whew, sad but true. Don't overshare on social media. I tell people, while I don't do this myself because I'm taking a group and I want you to know when our groups are going, but I tell people, don't post about your trip until you're home. They don't need to know that you're 3,000 miles away in San Francisco for the weekend. It's just not necessary. And once you're in these data systems and they know that you have been a passenger or maybe are booked on a Royal Caribbean, you may start getting offers from fake agencies. They are out there offering, hey, Miss Jones, if you allow me to take over your reservation, we can give you a free upgrade. Number one, if it sounds too good to be true, it usually is. Don't fall for those things. Number two, well, I think that's on the next slide. Yes, it is. Okay. The prices, the red flags you should be watching for. The prices are too good to be true. They say you can upgrade from your ocean view cabin to a balcony suite for $99 more per person. That's not usually possible. Urgent requests for payment. They want you to do a wire transfer or a Zelle, or they want you to go buy gift cards. Now, thankfully, there's been enough news that hopefully nobody buys gift cards and gives them to anybody over the phone anymore. We all know about that now. But suggesting Zelle, I talked about this a few weeks ago. Zelle will not back up the customer. If you give somebody your information and give them funds through Zelle, it is gone. No recovery. Okay. The communication is usually outside of official channels. Look at the email address that it's coming from. If you're booked on Royal Caribbean and it doesn't say ssantos@royalcaribbean.com, you should not be dealing with that person. If it's a Gmail, if it's anything other than an official email, and we should know, look for those spelling errors. Poor grammar is very typical. They'll say it's a limited time. It's for only the next 4 hours. You must reach out to me today. Look for reviews from these companies. If it's something that you think it might be something you'd consider, go look for reviews. Everybody's got reviews on them these days. One of the benefits, or some of the benefits of using Action Travel or a travel advisor in general, is that you have expert guidance. I have experience. I have been all over this globe except for Asia. Australia, New Zealand, to the Arctic Circle. Would love to share savings and tips for you along the way. We save you time, money, and stress. You tell me what you want. I do all the stuff in the background. You just pack your bags and go. We have access to exclusive perks and amenities. I belong to two organizations, the largest travel organizations consortiums out there. Signature Travel, which handles all luxury products, and Travel Leaders, which is more midstream and it has lots of miscellaneous things in there. These two companies have over 1,800 cruise departures booked for this year. And if you tell me you want to go to Bermuda, I can find you a date that there's already a group departure on there. You don't know that you're part of a group, but you get the benefits of discounted travel and perks when you get on the ship. Really good to know. We have personalized service. When you travel with me, you get to carry my cell phone with you. And one evidence of that are a young couple who just got home from 5 countries, and I talked to them, if not every day, at least every other day, sometimes several times by phone and text. But they had a blast and liked Iceland the best. Okay, there we go. All right, join us. I've gone longer tonight than I normally do, but join us. We're going to Alaska next year. It is an incredible trip. Our 10-day Princess cruise tour. We're going to sail on the Island Princess ship. It's the perfect size for Alaska. We get to go all the way into Glacier Bay. We're one of only 2 ships that will get to go in on any given day. Only 2 ships can go. Our ship's going. We're doing personal growth and development on this sailing. So if you want to participate, we meet every day at 5 p.m. for notable networking. It's a blast. And we'll have some speaker opportunities if you'd like to participate. And if you want to chill out and just watch the whales go by, that's cool too. But you will come back with meaningful connections. Within a few days of being around a group, I'm watching your back, you're watching my back. We become a little community. And we stay safe because when we get off the ship, I charter my own buses, so we do our own excursions, and that also keeps us in a little bubble of safety. We make memories that last forever. And our Alaska trip for 2027 is a slight bit less than it was for 2025, our trip last year. And we're staying in Fairbanks one night, Denali 2 nights. We're doing the Alaska Railroad down to Whittier, and we're doing a southbound from Whittier to Juneau, Skagway, Glacier Bay, through the Inside Passage, and ending in Vancouver. We'd love to have you be a part of it. You guys, here is how you reach me. And I was waiting to get to this point because this QR code takes you right to our Alaska page. It's got pictures, information about who's going to go. We have the Voices One Celebration Choir is going to travel with us. They're going to be our entertainment. So these are just ways you can reach out to me. After 36 years, we still have the same phone number, and I meant to put TRIP in there. Our phone number is 336-222-TRIP, TRIP, which is 8747. And I said in the meeting this morning, I said, when I bought the agency and changed the name, I had only been home from California a couple of years, and I would, in networking meetings, I would say, oh, my phone number is easy to remember. It's 336-222-TRIP. You won't forget because I'm a TRIP. And, being the recycled teenager forever that I am going to always be, I hope that you feel that way too. Now you won't forget my phone number. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I know it was a long show. I'm sorry that I just felt like there was a lot to cover. Remember, without a travel agent, you're on your own. But with Action Travel, you are never alone. You get this cell phone number. Here's to many, many more travel adventures. It's going to be a fabulous week. We might get some rain. It's been 93 degrees all day long. It's hot and humid in North Carolina. It's that time of year for us. Thank you again for hanging out. Reach out to me as I can help you. And when you scan this QR code, I am going to send the first 15 people a gift certificate. And this gift certificate is to celebrate our 36 years. And it is a $100 gift certificate. Now, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. See, let's go travel. $100 towards your next reservation by Action Travel Incorporated. And you can book any air sea package or any air land package. 336-222 trip. Now you'll remember, I will send it out if you will go to that QR code and fill in that little form that has your name and email address. It will be yours. Let me know how I can serve you. Be careful out there. Take out travel insurance everywhere you go. It is massively important. Well, guys, I hope you have a fantastic week. And thank you for allowing me to serve you.